Our Iowa, our specialties of Iowa, oh yeah. Our agriculture to ethanol and more.
Hello, and welcome to Our Iowa, a show about what makes our state special. I'm Cade.
And I'm Luke. Cade, we've got some great quips to show, so let's get started.
Great idea, Luke. Let's start with some important Iowa industries. Ethanol, John Deere, agriculture, and of course, education.
Let's show the quips.
I'm almost out of gas. I need gas and fast.
Do you want ethanol?
What's ethanol? Is it gas?
No, it's not gas because it's a renewable type of fuel, which means you can use whatever it's made out of again and again.
It is?
It is. There is an ethanol plant in Shell Rock.
How many more plants are there?
There are about 40 more in other places.
Cool.
Ethanol helps Iowa make money. Ethanol is also a high-performance fuel for your car, which means it works really well and it's a lot cheaper.
Okay, I'm listening.
It's made out of corn.
What kind of corn?
It's made out of American corn. Actually, 28% of the corn that's grown is made for ethanol. Ethanol contains more oxygen, so it burns cleaner.
How long has it been important?
Fuel ethanol has become a very important agriculture product over the past 2 decades.
That sounds great. Please give me some ethanol. Well, ethanol's cool.
Get ethanol next time you run out of gas.
Hello, my name's John. I'm going to tell you about John Deere today. John Deere is originally based in Moline, Illinois. It leads in agriculture machinery in the world. The company in Waterloo makes the biggest tractors in the world, but John Deere also makes ride mowers, combines, and much more. John Deere also makes construction machinery like the ones you see in everyday life. They also make diesel engines. John Deere's company motto is "Nothing runs like a deer," and on the things they make is a picture of a leaping deer. Are you wondering how many factories are in Iowa? Well, if you guessed 7, you're correct. If there's only a few in Iowa, imagine how many worldwide. Here are some pictures of John Deere ride mowers and combines.
Are you tired of picking up ordinary rocks? I sure am. We'll get your geode, Iowa State rock. Look, it has crystals in it. Only $3 per rock.
Abby, isn't it a great day of agriculture?
Yeah, but it sure is tiring.
Hey, look, there's Emma.
Let's give good facts to her about agriculture.
What are you doing?
Agriculture.
Do you mind telling me about it?
Awesome. Yeah. Iowa's corn crop is worth $9.47 billion. Humans need crops and livestock to survive.
Thanks, guys, for all your information. I want to be a farmer when I grow up.
Time for dinner!
Some of this food is grown on Iowa's farms. Delicious. Yum, yum.
We are going to tell you a little about education, schools, and colleges. Iowa State Board of Education works with the Iowa Department of Education to provide oversight, supervision, and support for middle schools, high schools, colleges, elementary schools, public schools, and private schools. The 3 main universities in Iowa are Iowa Hawkeye, Iowa State, and UNI. UNI has really good education, but if you want to be a vet, you can go to Iowa State, and if you want to be a medical, you could go to Iowa Hawkeye. Iowa is also home to 97 colleges and universities. One of the colleges in Iowa is Wartburg. They have over 50 majors. Some are music, communication art, and businesses. Now we will show you the president of Wartburg.
The way a college like Wartburg, the Lutheran tradition, approaches education, and it has to do with a connection between the mind, what people learn from books, and the hands, what people do with their hands in the real world. And I think we have a really good mix at Wartburg of teaching students academic things, intellectual things, but always helping students connect those things to a way of exercising in the world, practicing in the world, doing things in the world. Because what we're all about, our mission Wartburg has a mission. All schools do, but our mission is to challenge and nurture students for lives of leadership and service. Oh, Iowa's a terrific state because there are so many really great colleges.
Here's a fun fact. The Iowa coin has a schoolhouse on the back representing education.
That sure was interesting.
You bet. Now let's talk about Iowa's weather and geography.
I'm really excited about the geography clip.
Good morning, Iowa. My name is Aaron, and this is my partner, Kyle.
Hi.
Today we have some information about floods and tornadoes. Here's Kyle, and he's going to talk to you about floods.
Thank you, Aaron. A flood is an overflowing of water onto a land which is usually dry. Floods are the most common of all natural disasters beside fire. Iowa's flood of 2008 lasted 24 days and was called Iowa's Katrina. Now it is time to learn about tornadoes from Aaron.
Thank you, Kyle. A tornado is violently rotating wind coming down from a thunderstorm cloud and touches the ground. Out of all the states, Iowa is ranked 6th in tornadoes after the top 5 states: Texas, Kansas, Oklahoma, Florida, and Nebraska. Well, that's all we have for you today on weather. Thanks for listening, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.
Yes, thank you everybody for listening. Have a great day too.
I'm Cade. And I'm Ben.
And we're going to talk to you about the geography of Iowa. More than 4/5 of the state's total land area is in farms.
Over 150 years ago, Iowa was mostly prairie.
This is a picture of Iowa's tall grass prairie. 3/4 of Iowa was prairie when the pioneers settled.
74 million years ago, near the end of the Cretaceous period, central Iowa lay near the shoreline of an island seaway that separated eastern North America from rapidly rising mountains in the west.
The low-lying Iowa landscape was home to a rich and varied population of plants and animals, including dinosaurs and small mammals.
These organisms lived in the fern-rich, mixed with conifer and deciduous forest with a warm, moist climate much like today's Gulf Coast.
The climate dramatically changed when a stony meteorite, over 1 mile in diameter, weighing about 10 billion pounds and traveling about 45,000 miles per hour, blasted through the atmosphere and crashed to Earth.
The crater is now called Manson Crater.
This is the location of Manson Crater, Iowa.
That's all we have for you today. Back to you, Luke.
Thanks, Ben and Cade. Next, we will show some clips about famous people from Iowa.
We have a Native American chief, a Nobel Prize winner, a famous artist,
And an Olympic champion, but first a word from our sponsor. You may have recognized me from The Wizard of Oz throwing apples at Dorothy, but no, I throw acorns on the Iowa State tree, the bur oak.
Hi, I'm Luke. And I'm Ben. Here's some information about Black Hawk, the Indian war chief.
When Black Hawk was a boy, he wanted to go on a summer hunting trip.
He finally got to go, and then another tribe came and the battle began.
Few of the attackers survived.
When Black Hawk's father died, Black Hawk became chief.
He traded with the Spanish.
Spanish were leaving, and the Americans were coming.
Black Hawk and his people have stories that the Americans were very cool.
The Americans tricked Black Hawk, so he fought with the English in the War of 1812.
Black Hawk and the English lost the war.
The Americans tricked Black Hawk again.
The Americans pushed him out of their land and had to settle in Iowa.
Norman Borlaug was born on March 25, 1914 in Cresco, Iowa. And died September 12, 2009 in Houston, Texas. He grew up on a farm. He went to a one-room schoolhouse. Mr. Borlaug wrestled for Cresco High School in Iowa. He went to Big Ten College. Dr. Borlaug has spent his life researching wheat. He helped develop wheat that would grow well in Mexico and resist diseases. The variety of wheat has helped feed many hungry people. Only 5 people have received the Nobel Peace Prize, the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and the Medal of Honor. Nelson Mandela, Elie Wiesel, Mother Teresa, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and Norman Borlaug. He's already saved more lives than any other person who has ever lived.
I'm Emma.
And I'm Andrew, and today we're going to talk about Grant Wood, a famous artist in Iowa.
Grant Wood is the painter of American Gothic, one of the most famous paintings in the world. Grant Wood was born on February 13th, 1891. He died on February 12th, 1942. He lived in Cedar Rapids in Iowa. Grant Wood taught art to children in a one-room schoolhouse. Today, people still admire Grant Wood's paintings.
American Gothic. American Gothic shows a man and woman. The models for the painting were his sister Nan and his dentist. The painting celebrated typical Midwestern family life.
These are some of Grant Wood's paintings. Boy Milking Cow, Dinner for Threshers, Veterans Memorial Building Window.
Childhood. Grant Wood's parents lived on a small farm in Iowa. Grant was a very shy boy, but he loved to draw. He would even draw on cracker boxes. These are some things he drew when he was a boy: houses, barns, trees, cows, and cats. But most of all, he loved to draw chickens.
He had chickens as pets. He would give them cookies and they would peck at them. Grant Wood's mother loved his paintings, but his dad was not very supportive. He expected perfection. When Grant showed his father a painting, he just said, "That's sure a lot of eggs for one chicken to lay." Grant Wood didn't stop drawing. Grant Wood was a very active painter from a really small age until he died.
Grant Wood painted camouflage colors on military equipment during World War I. In 1917 through 1918, Grant Wood entered the U.S. Army.
The American Gothic was so famous, people even made silly parodies of it. There's one with balloons, one with Legos, and one with the Muppets. You should go see some of Grant Wood's paintings.
In Iowa, we have Dan Gable, who is an Olympic gold medalist in wrestling. He has 16 NCAA championships and won 21 straight titles. In high school, he wrestled for West Waterloo. Dan Gable wrestled at Iowa State and Iowa. He is a freestyle wrestler, too. Dan Gable was born on October 25th, 1948 in Waterloo, Iowa. Now he lives in Iowa Falls. Dan Gable's record was 355 wins, 21 losses, and 5 draws. Gable set a record for only having 1 loss during his whole entire career at Iowa State. He won gold at the 1972 Olympic Games in Munich, Germany. There is even a Dan Gable Museum in Waterloo.
This is Dan Gable winning 1972 Olympic gold medal.
Those are impressive people, Luke. What's next?
Something we all love in Iowa. Corn.
Yum. We'll even get a recipe for sweet corn ice cream.
Delicious.
Hi, I'm Maria, and these are my friends Jenica. Hi. And Sophie. Hello. And we are here to talk about corn, and later we'll be making some sweet corn ice cream. Now let's hear some facts about corn. Did you know that an ear of corn usually has about 800 kernels in 16 rows? Or that a pound of corn usually has about 1,300 kernels? The highest type of corn can grow to be about 30 feet tall. That's higher than a lion on its hind legs.
The people of Europe didn't know corn existed until Columbus found America.
Now I'll tell you a little joke. What has ears but can't hear?
A parrot?
No, an ear of corn.
Corn is used for a lot of things. It is used for ethanol, food, paint, laundry starch, ink, disposable diapers, artificial silk, baby powder, plastics, soap, garbage bags, rubber, batteries, paper, corn husk dolls, doormats, and fertilizer. That's a lot.
To make some sweet corn ice cream. What you'll need is 9 large egg yolks, 2 cups whipping cream, 2 cups milk, 4 ears of corn shucked, and 3/4 cups sugar.
Go. Using a large knife, slice the kernels off the corn cobs. Place in a large saucepan, which we've already done, but we still need to put them in the saucepan. Ta-da! Go. Break the cobs into thirds, add them to a pot along with the milk, cream, and 2½ cups of sugar.
When you're mixing, make sure you cut up all the chunks of corn in the pan.
Bring the mixer to a boil.
Then turn off the heat. Then, using an immersion blender or mixer, puree the corn kernels, not the cobs. Let it sit for 1 hour. Remember, we've already put the heavy whipping cream in the saucepan.
Stirring constantly so they don't curl. Add the yolk mixture to the saucepan. Stirring cook over a low-medium heat. Stirring constantly so the custard thickens enough to cook the spoon, about 10 minutes. Pass the custard through a fine sieve. Put the custard in the fridge.
After it was in your fridge for about an hour, take it out and put it in your ice cream maker.
Got it?
You may put a little bit of salt on it too. After you are done putting your ice in your ice cream maker, turn it on, and you're going to want to check on it about every 10 minutes. It's been about 10 minutes, so now I'm going to check on it. After you check on it the first 10 minutes, wait another 10 minutes, then check on it again. And then another 10 minutes, and then another 10 minutes.
By the fourth time, it should be done. After 40 minutes, your sweet corn ice cream in your ice cream maker will not be ice cream texture. You'll have to put it in the freezer for about 1 or 2 hours, and then it will be ice cream.
I love flowers. Don't you? But these aren't the same as the Iowa State flower. The prairie rose.
Politics is a big deal in Iowa.
We have the first caucus in the nation.
What's a caucus?
Here are Bella and Annie to tell us.
Hello, my name is Bella, and this is Annie, and we're going to tell you about Iowa caucuses. So, Annie, my first question is, what is a caucus?
There are two ways the state decides who is running for the election. One is a primary, which 38 states use, where you place your votes, and the other is a caucus. 12 states use this method. We are going to teach you about the caucuses. Caucuses are when people get together to discuss the pros and cons of each candidate running for a party nomination.
A party? Sounds fun.
Not that kind of party. A political party with Democrats and Republicans. Then they come to a consensus or an agreement on who to nominate. Then all precincts report the results to the state party headquarters.
So, Annie, when does the caucuses take place?
It takes place usually in January or February.
That is interesting.
Well, I know more facts about the Iowa caucuses if you would like.
That'd be great, Annie.
Well, my favorite fact of them all is that the Iowa caucuses are the first stop for major party candidates on the way to a presidential nomination. Also, since it's the first stop, it brings a lot of major politicians and news reporters.
Wow, that is cool.
I know. Well, do you have a favorite fact about the Iowa caucuses?
I don't have a favorite fact, but I do know a fact.
Well, let us hear it then.
But first I have a question about the process.
Anything, Bella.
How long has the Iowa caucuses been going on?
The Iowa caucuses have been going on for nearly 40 years.
Wow.
Good thing we don't have to go to school for 40 years.
If we did, then I would go crazy.
You're not the only one. So, Bella, do you want to say your fact now?
Yes, I will. I consulted with a political expert, Chris Lammer, and he told us that the precinct caucuses in Iowa are local meetings which group members meet to discuss the direction of their group and express a preference for candidates for the presidency.
Wow, Bella. That was great.
So, Annie, do you have any more facts about the Iowa caucuses?
Well, now that you mention it, I do.
Will you please share them with us?
Oh, yeah. Well, Bella, the number of people attending the Iowa caucus tends to vary. If there are a lot of candidates running, people are excited about the election. Attendance may at each party caucuses may be over 100,000 people.
Wow, Annie, that's a big number. I wouldn't want to count that high.
Do you want to say anything about the Iowa caucuses, Bella?
Sure. In other years, if only a few people are running, or if there's an incumbent running, attendance may be as low as 30,000 to 40,000 people. For example, in 2008, over 240,000 people attended the Iowa caucuses for the Democratic Party.
Well, Bella, that was interesting.
Do you want to tell a fact now, Annie?
Sure, I would love to. There were a number of well-known candidates running that year, and people were excited about the election. In 2012, only about 30,000 people statewide attended the Iowa caucuses for the Democratic Party. This is because President Obama was running against, and nobody was running against him in the caucuses.
Wow, that was great.
Well, I'm all out of facts about the Iowa caucuses.
Me too. I hope you learned a lot.
Guess we are done then.
Bye.
Bye.
Now for some fun events that take place every year.
RAGBRAI and the Iowa State Fair.
Hi, I'm Maria.
And hi, I'm Danica. And today I'll be interviewing Maria. What is RAGBRAI?
RAGBRAI stands for Registered Annual Great Bike Ride Across Iowa.
Okay, now I'll ask you some more questions. Have you ever been on RAGBRAI?
Yes, I've been on RAGBRAI since I was 7, and now I am 10.
Cool beans. Do you dress up on RAGBRAI?
Yes, I like the guy who dresses up like a banana. Here's a picture of him.
He's funny.
Indeed.
How long has RAGBRAI been going on for?
Since 1973.
That's a very long time.
Yes. Well, that's it for today. Bye.
See ya.
Oh, darn, just a crow. Hey, look, a goldfinch, the Iowa State bird. It's black and yellow, just like the Iowa Hawkeyes. Lay out some seeds next time you see a goldfinch.
The Iowa State Fair attracts more than 1 million funders from around the world. The record for the most people ever to go to the fair was set in 2008. Who said it's all fun and games at the fair? You'll have to do some chores too, but when you're done, you'll get a treat. The bridal cow is famous and it is in the Iowa State Fair. It is very detailed. Who said you have to eat healthy at the fair? Just eat healthy enough you don't get sick. There are some unhealthy things that get sold at the fair. Here are some of them. Here are some stores that sell unhealthy food. Here is a place that sells deep-fried butter. Here is deep-fried butter that has a bite taken out of it. Here is a lasagna stick. They're mashed potatoes. Here is a Kool-Aid ball. Here are some chores you can do at the fair to get a treat.
We hope you enjoyed watching Our Iowa.
We really enjoyed making it.
Until next time, I'm Cade.
And I'm Luke.
And this is...
Our Iowa.